I think that, a new doctor, a doctor that is accustomed to taking care of adults and perhaps not so accustomed to taking care of children with chronic illnesses that grow to be adults, I think that they are struggling with their own challenges. They are struggling with what they see as their limitations to providing that care. And so I think that if they're willing to delve into that, if they're willing to rise to that challenge, then it will take time for them to um, really connect and prioritize the family's experience over their own. I hate to say that, but I think that there's an intimidation factor with some physicians because they have not been in this position before. They're not accustomed to such a complicated and prolonged history. And so I think that once that relationship is built, and building takes time. So I think that really, when I'm coaching them through it, let's say, I'm really just trying to get their foot in the door, and then take it step by step.
Finding doctors, even when she was young, was very difficult. And you feel the doctor holds all the information. They're the expert. They're the one that's going to help you. And it takes a long time to realize how to advocate for your child when a doctor is doing a disservice to you. Um, and for me, a lot of times that's when a doctor does not even acknowledge my child. They only speak to me. It's as if Emma is not even in the room. Um, when they make comments in front of Emma that are inappropriate to talk about how long she may live. This happens repeatedly. So it takes a really long time to find that core group of doctors that you can trust, or believe in your child's life, are advocating for her, and are knowledgeable enough to help you through with uh, knowing how complex she is. Know when it's over their head and say you need to speak to somebody else and guide you. So to hit that transition point, you start holding on to these people for dear life because you don't know what's coming next. I don't want to go through that again. It was such a scary time. Um, and CHOP was very helpful. They had a team that met with us, and they said that they would help us find doctors in New Jersey to make that transition smooth. And I confidently went in thinking, okay, great, they've know where to send us. But unfortunately, our insurance limited us to New Jersey doctors, and their connections were with Philadelphia doctors. And so they would send us to a doctor, and I felt like I was the doctor, not the doctor. Um, and it just felt horrible. It was basically me dictating what scripts I need written for Emma. They would be happy to do that. And I felt all the weight of her health back on us, because what if something happens? I didn't feel confident that they could handle it, that they would value her. Were they going to fight for her so that she could get healthy again? And that was really a scary time until I was connected to Dr. Siegel. And I have to say, I was very leery because we had already been down this road a few times and been sent to many different doctors. Um, that she actually not only listened to all the details, but she wasn't giving up until she found those connections.